Hello again, and thank you for joining us on the Providence College Podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Joyce. Our producer is Chris Judge of the class of 2005. Today we are pleased to be joined by two guests from the Office of Academic Services. Kaitlyn O'Malley, Associate Director of Academic Services, and Graduate Assistant Tyre Richards, a recent graduate of the class of 2019. They are here to talk to us about the highly successful Friar Foundations Summer Bridge program, whose primary sponsors are the Office of Academic Services and the Office of Academic Affairs. Kaitlyn O'Malley is entering her 10th year of service at PC, all with academic services. She started as an academic coordinator and currently oversees all academic support for student athletes. She has directed the Friar Foundations program since it was established in 2014. Tyre Richards is the first graduate assistant for Friar Foundations. She double majored in social work and psychology and was heavily involved in extracurricular activities as an undergraduate. She served as a June orientation leader, head resident assistant, and vice president of the Motherland Dance Group. She is pursuing a Master of Education degree in the Higher Education track at PC. Welcome to the Providence College Podcast, Kaitlyn and Tyre.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on board. Kaitlyn, Friar Foundations now celebrating its 6th year.
It starts.
Yes. It starts July 1st, as you well know. And last year, a milestone in the program was celebrated when the first 20 students in the program graduated from PC. That must have been a proud moment, I would think, for you.
Yeah, it was the culmination of a dream, of hard work, a lot of people's commitment, and most importantly, the commitment of the students to see all the way through from freshman to senior year, and to watch them celebrate, to watch the friendships that started in Friar Foundation still live to that day, was really a special moment.
Let's back up just a bit and talk a little bit about the genesis of Friar Foundations. Why was it important in the college to establish the program?
Friar Foundations is, the dream many people had for many years, and I kind of came in the end, and I'm the fortunate one that gets to live it. A lot of hard work went into building the program, and really it was seen as important to support the most vulnerable students academically on our campus, those that may come from inadequate high school experiences, opportunities, resources. These are all fully admissible, extremely talented students, but because of their previous experiences may not be on the equal footing as their classmates. So Friar Foundations, the dream was to bring everyone up to that equal footing, so when they start in the fall, everyone is starting and is going to be successful.
Great. Now, I know academic responsibility and social assimilation are two of the, I'll say, front-running objectives of Friar Foundations. What are some of the other significant goals and takeaways for students, do you think, in the program?
We want to provide certainly the academic backdrop. We want to provide a chance to develop some academic skills that we think are extremely important to success in the fall semester. We also want to expose our students to all of the tremendous resources we have on campus. Maybe they don't know where the Office of Academic Services is or the Center for Career and Professional Studies. There are so many people on this campus here to help our students, and we want to make sure that while they're here for the program, they get to meet those people so they can go to them and use those resources that they have available.
Sure. 5 weeks is generally the length of the program, as you know. It's a very intense schedule from early in the morning to late at night. Give us an overview of the weekly schedule, if you would.
We're busy. I'll tell you that. We're busy. It is a combination of classes. They take 6 credits. There's supplemental academic instruction, so different discussions about academic advising, course selection, career, anything that we see that would benefit the students, but we also have fun. We have a lot of social programming. Our resident assistant mentors and our hall directors and graduate assistants, they put together some really fun activities. And probably most importantly to some, we have awesome weekend trips. So we go to Newport or a Revs game. It is the summer, and part of this experience is about the group coming together and really building those relationships so they can travel together through their 4 years together, and that begins with some really fun stuff. So it's a great balance of hard work and fun.
Tyre, looking back at your own experience as a program participant in that first year, what was the schedule and the experience like for you?
I definitely think it was a lot to look at, but it gave me a reality of what college was going to be like. I knew I was a person who wanted to be involved and do a whole bunch of things when I came to college like I did in high school, but I knew I would have to be able to manage my time. So through the program, it really gave me a balance of knowing, okay, how do I make friends while wanting to also do all my homework and succeed during Friar Foundations, while also wanting to go on the trips instead of stressing about all the work that I have back in the dorm when we get there. So it definitely taught me how to balance out, how to have fun, how to get my homework done, and also enjoying the entire experience that I was given to me.
And how did you feel at the end of the 5-week period? Did you feel, any differently? Did you feel you grew, you changed?
Definitely, I felt that I knew a lot more coming out than I did coming in. There were so many resources given to us, as Kaitlyn was mentioning. I knew who to go to if I needed help with my civ paper. I knew who to go to if I just needed simple help with writing paper that I was given. I knew I can go to my mentors in times of need, whether it was social help that I needed or if it was academic help. So it definitely gave me the opportunity to not be so doubtful in my education and my experience in college. So at the end, I was very sad because it was the reality that the 5 weeks that I had living with the same 35 people, it wasn't going to be like that anymore. So it was a little sad in that point because we wouldn't be able to go to breakfast at the same time every morning or go to lunch the same time in the afternoon. But it felt good knowing that whenever I need someone, they would be there for me.
It sounded like it was a wonderful bonding experience.
It was. I loved it so much.
One of my favorite things is watching that happen. So on the first day, I always joke that we're kind of quiet and people are getting to know each other. And then about 3 days later, this group comes together in a way that makes someone walking into the room would believe they'd known each other their whole lives. And now they all just can't be separated. And that's what continues on. And it's probably one of the things I enjoy watching the most.
It sounds like for some of the students, it's actually kind of depressing when the program ended.
Luckily, they have 4 more years together.
Let's delve, Kaitlyn, a little bit more into the program itself, especially academically. Let's talk to us about the coursework that's required.
Yeah, so we have 2 skill-based courses that cover writing skills, reading skills, introduction to the different types of texts that students will be exposed to once they enter in the fall. And that is done with just the program. In addition to those 2 classes, each student has the opportunity to take a 3-credit course through the School of Continuing Education. And this is could be a number of subjects of interest. They all count in some way on the undergraduate transcript and in the core requirements. So it is a great opportunity to academically get a step. You're going to be entering your fall semester with 6 credits already under your belt, and we're going to give you the tools to do very well in those classes.
And the other course you referenced, so there's potential for students to accept or take 3 more credits, is that correct?
Exactly,
okay,
and that could be, there's public speaking or psychology, sociology, management, economics, philosophy. It really is a lot of opportunity to experience something that you're interested in or maybe you try for the first time.
How long are the classes, and do you find that students reference connecting with faculty who teach the classes? Does it become very natural because now they're in the college environment?
Yeah, and I would let Tyre speak to this after I'm done. I think that, well, first of all, your first question, the courses are essentially 3 hours a session, so 6 hours a week per each course. And then the professors have a chance to come to lunch with us, or maybe come to breakfast, or meet us at different times. So I think that the connection that the faculty have, and they are tremendous, and they care a lot about their students, and they put that effort forward, and the students feel that, and maybe heading into college, you're a little apprehensive about how do I go talk to a faculty member or go to their office. And I think the Friar Foundations really helps to bridge that gap and expose students to what incredible resources our faculty members are.
I agree with that. When I was a mentee, it was definitely encouraged for us to go talk to the professor on the first day, like, go shake their hand, let them know that you're part of Friar Foundations, let them know where you're coming from. And even with my mentees, I encouraged them, like, if they have any issue, I probably can't help you the way your teacher can help you in the classroom. So email them if you're afraid to, go talk to them in person. Let them know the concerns and issues that you're having ahead of time. They do care here at Providence College, and if you do show that concern, they're going to be able to help you in every way that you need it as well.
And beyond the courses, Friar Foundations, as you know, is full of other supplemental activities, workshops, and tutoring. Talk to us, Katelyn, first about some of the other opportunities, the supports, I'll say. And one in particular I saw, I'm not quite sure it's new on the schedule, Project Solution.
Oh, yes. Run by the amazing Dr. Dan Horn. Project Solution is his baby, and it is one of the most entertaining and loved things that our students take part in while they're here. They work together for the 5 weeks. They meet twice a week, and their job is to conquer a major world problem. The students decide what the problem is, and then they work real-life solutions. And Dr. Horn takes them through that problem-solving experience and talks about the different skills and resources that you would need to tackle that problem. And it really is a great experience for the students. And at the end, we all get to see the project presentations, and we love that as well. There's some really great ideas that come out of Project Solution.
Did you, Tyre, happen to take that particular course?
I didn't get to take it. It developed the year after I finished Friar Foundations.
It sounds like if people have a hesitancy, this time kind of a program forces them to collaborate, really, on a group type project. Is that what basically one of the goals, would you say, of Project Solutions? Because I would think you've got to really be leaning on one another.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether it's collaboration in a small group or sharing in a large group, that can be anxiety provoking if it's a new experience. But because you're having this experience for the first time with people that you are together with, you share meals with, you have built this bond together, I think it really helps ease that transition because you are surrounded by people that you know.
And the third element, of course, is social programming, which you had referenced earlier. Talk to us a little bit about the trips or other experiences and, how that fits in the overall experience of Friar Foundations.
Yeah, the social programming is a lot of fun, and as I mentioned, really led by our student leaders and our hall director and graduate assistant. They have great ideas. Some of the things we've done, we've gone to Newport and we have gone on tours of the mansions. We have gone to a New England Revolution game. We have gone to a Paw Sox game. We went and saw Malala speak. So it really ranges, and it's kind of the interest of the group and the interest of the mentors guide our decisions. But the other thing I love is that it is the experiences of our past students and mentors. They always are giving me feedback. I'm always asking them questions. What do you wish you could have done? What would we have done differently? And so their footprint is in every single thing we do. And every decision we make moving forward really has the voices of everyone who's come through this program and has helped guide the social programming. Obviously, it's the summer, and we want people to have fun. But most importantly, we want our students to get to know each other and depend on each other. And what better way to do that than go to Newport on a beautiful July day to really get to know people?
Couldn't agree more. And Tyre, what was the most enjoyable aspect of Friar Foundations as you look back as a student?
As I think about it, it was definitely the trips and the programming. It was a good way just to get to know the mentors more, to know Katelyn more. It's a way to debunk where we're not really stressing out about classes at the moment. We just get to go have fun, and we take a bunch of pictures, like so many, and it's amazing because you get to see all of it at the end through like a video that the mentors make for you, and it's just a great way to reflect on like the 5 weeks. You can even tell through the pictures how awkwardly we are standing next to each other for a group photo, to us like acting silly by like the last week, but it's always such a great time. I love like the soccer game that we went to because we were able to like play heads up. That was like our thing, our year. And then every year you get to see like what the group makes of their own. Like one year was Pokemon Go and that was popular. So every year is always something different. So it's always good to see how we change as a group dynamic over each year.
And now you were a mentor, I should say, for 2 years. You get a really unique perspective here.
Yes.
You're a participant, a mentor for 2 years, and now you're a
coming back for
graduate
more.
assistant. Yeah, right. Very vital, obviously, and you have a lot to draw on. If in terms of the mentor experience, what caused you to get involved in that?
Definitely reflecting on my mentors. It was amazing. Like, you don't realize it during the program, but like once it's finished and you see how much they've like actually helped you as a person, helped you grow as a person, it's always something that you want to give back. And I really appreciate it. Like, these people that I didn't even know, like I just came here for the first time and they cared about me from like the first day when I walked into the door. And I was like, I want to give that opportunity back to other students coming into Providence College. Friar Foundations really shaped who I am because it taught me how to network. It taught me how to connect with others. It taught me how to care about my education and my social life here at Providence College. So I wanted to make sure that every other student coming in doing the program knew their worth as well, letting them know that, you know, you can do anything that you put your mind to. You just have to be willing to do it. So I wanted to be able to let them know that the way my mentors let me know that as well.
How many mentors are there this year, and roughly how many students at this point are signed up for the program?
There are 10 mentors this year, and there's roughly about 25.
25.
Like,
Okay.
a little bit over.
And I understand there's a training program, is there as well, for the mentors? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes. So the mentors come in like 2 weeks before the program, and it ranges between different aspects. So, you know, they learn the logistics of the program, making sure they understand like the breakdown, what the schedule is going to be like, what are the students doing, what are they doing. And we also invite people from other departments to come in and talk to the mentors as well. So Ellie from the counseling center came in and did a little workshop on them about self-care and taking care of themselves while they're in the program as well. So they'll be able to give the mentees 100% all the time. We also had Manuela come in from OAS, and she talked to them about different skills that they can use for tutoring. So like basically, you know, when you're helping a student, it doesn't mean doing their work, but you can help them with these different skills, such as like time management and knowing every student doesn't learn the same. So that was good. And we also talked about like, you know, how to be an RA. So simple things in the residence hall, like doing rounds, and also like, what does it mean to be a mentor, and who do you want to be as a mentor individually and as a team as well.
We are fond of saying none of us is perfect, but together we are. So we all bring different skills, and training is a great opportunity to get to know each other, understand what skills we bring and how we can rely on each other. And collectively, how can we give the greatest experience to our students?
Wonderful. I was amazed at how many different campus partners and resources are available, really, and Tyre just mentioned a few herself. Give us an idea, if you would, overall, of the number and the types of campus partners and resources that are involved in Friar Foundations.
I don't know if we have the long enough podcast to talk about the whole list, but I'll do my best. We are so fortunate. I can remember the first meeting we ever had for Friar Foundations. Brian Bartolini brought us together, and looking around the table, it was someone from every part of campus was at that table to figure out how are we going to launch this program. So admissions, institutional advancement, Residence life. Sodexo, we have to eat. There were not set meal practices on campus at that time. The School of Continuing Education is how we run our courses. The Center for Career Education and Professional Studies does workshops for us. Academic support, the OAS is heavily involved, whether by teaching classes or offering writing support. And then, of course, academic affairs, they have been leading the charge from the beginning. So I feel so fortunate to have all of these people, like I said, and they all care and they all are willing to do whatever it takes to support our students in the summer. They know that we've got 25 incoming freshmen on this campus for 5 weeks, and that is going to require a different level of support. They may need something, and everyone is willing to drop everything and just help us out in the moment, and I'm just so grateful for that.
Katelyn, you are the heart and soul of Friar Foundations, and anyone who knows you knows how seriously you take it and what it means. Could you put the experience for Friar Foundations in words, what it really means to you?
The only word that I come back to is just gratitude. I am so grateful to be in this position. I get to watch the journey of these exceptionally talented young people from the moment they step on this campus until they graduate. And I get to watch them develop into the people that they were meant to be. And they go on and do the most amazing things. I have Tyre here. I can still remember move-in day of her, heading into her freshman year. And now she is, who I rely on to help run this program. To be able to do that is just, beyond words. And I'm grateful to the students for their commitment. I'm grateful that they let me into their lives. I'm grateful to the mentors who have given us so much and the hall directors who have also dedicated their summers. And I'm grateful to Brian Bartolini for trusting me to take this on when we were still, beginning to understand what Friar Foundations could be. This campus has truly supported the program, and I am excited to see where we can continue to grow and more that we can continue to work with our partners on campus.
Katelyn and Tyre, thank you so much. This has been a really uplifting and informative conversation. Good luck with this year's program, and thank you for being our guest today.
Charlie, thank you so much for having us, for supporting the program. You're always around. You're always helping us whenever we need it, and we are grateful to be able to talk about something we love so much. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks to you, our listeners, for joining us on the Providence College Podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast in all the usual places: iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify. Thanks again to our producer, Chris Judge. I'm Charlie Joyce. Until next time.